guys, it's Khaki. I am 8 weeks today from my gastric bypass that I had the day before Thanksgiving. And I know it seems like I say it every week, but it's been another good week. When I weighed in this morning, I have lost 2 pounds since my last weigh in. I just weigh once a week on Wednesdays since that was the date that I had my surgery. I don't want to worry about the day to day fluctuations in weight and let them affect me. So I feel like once a week is what's best for me. Some people do better when they weigh every day, but you have to figure out what works for you. So, with 2 pounds lost this week, that makes my total weight loss 46.6 pounds. That is 31.8 pounds since surgery, and then the other is from the day that I started my liquid diet. So, I am just thrilled. It's hard to believe that I have lost 46 pounds. And I can really begin to tell a difference in my clothing. People are beginning to comment and notice. So, that just makes you feel good. My energy level is great. I am not feeling like I'm carrying around a child in my arms anymore. And that's really what 46 pounds is. It's like a kindergartner or something. So, it's just amazing how much better you can feel with that weight loss. I have not had any nausea, anything like that this week. Everything that I have eaten has really sat well with me. I've kind of branched out a little bit on my eating. Last week, I think I said in my video, I tried ground beef for the first time since surgery. And, I was only able to eat a very small amount before I got full, but it sat well, didn't have any problems. This week, I got a pack of stew meat from the grocery store, cooked it in the pressure cooker in the Instant Pot with a recipe that I had found on one of the bariatric websites with a can of crushed tomatoes and some onion. And I put, I think, a can of mushrooms in it and a little bit of A1 sauce, just enough to kind of coat everything. Made the meat fabulous. It was so tender. And I ate that a couple of times. Stayed down great. Of course, the key, which we get pounded into our heads over and over, and is really true, is to chew well. Because the opening to our stomachs has become so small that if we don't really chew well, it just sits there at the top of that opening and feels heavy and like it's not going anywhere. So, everything so far that I have eaten slowly and chewed well, I've not had any problems with it. A couple of other new things that I've tried this week. The dietitian with my program recommended the pork rind dust panko breadcrumbs. So I had gotten those several weeks ago when I saw them at Walmart. That's the only place I've been able to find them. So I used them this week. I got a chicken breast, cut it up in little small size pieces, rolled it in the pork rind dust, and cooked it in the air fryer. They weren't quite as crispy as like regular panko breadcrumbs, but they were crispy enough to kind of satisfy that urge for chicken strips, for fried something. Also, I used some of the G Hughes honey mustard and the sweet chili sauce to dip them in. And it was wonderful. It was really satisfying. And that's what it's all about, is finding something that not only nourishes your body but makes you feel satisfied. Another thing I have started eating this week, very sparingly, because even though the nutrition content is good, I'm just really leery of carbohydrates. I mean, or I should say carbohydrates from non vegetable sources. So, anyway, I got I think they're called Carb Count low carb tortillas. Um, I got the street taco size, which is, really little. And they're only 35 calories. And I made one night with the beef that I cooked in the crock pot. I made something kind of like a very small street taco. This morning I had one, and I found some chicken at Publix that was pre-cooked chicken pieces, grilled chicken pieces. and it was on sale, buy one get one free last week, so I tried it and it was really good. But I put that in the taco and made kind of like a quesadilla with some mozzarella cheese and little onion, and put some Greek yogurt and salsa, dipped it in that, and it was really good. So, it's all about trying to find the things that you enjoy and tailoring them to kind of your bariatric post-op diet. With some modifications, you can really figure out a way to get foods that you enjoy in and not just eat refried beans and meat. So I'm really thankful that I found those. Other thing that I found this week and I've started drinking is the Ocean Spray Zero Sugar diet juice, I guess. There's a cranberry pineapple. It's got 5 calories per cup. So I got a bottle of that, and that really kind of like when I come home at night, I fix a mocktail, I guess, with that, and that's kind of a sweet treat at the end of the day. So I'm continuing to do my yoga. I've worked up to about 20 solid minutes of that, of just stretching, relaxation, and I'm really enjoying that and making it a priority. 2 days a week, I work until 7 p.m. So even on those days, I'm trying to still fit that in when I get home, and have been able to do that and feel like it really helps with my overall wellness. So I have a visit with my dietitian this Friday, so I'm kind of looking forward to her feedback. I don't know if I have said this before, but I have engaged with an additional dietitian outside of my program. There's nothing wrong with the one in my program, but she's handling a lot of patients. So the wait to see her, I was supposed to go back at my 3 month, and she'd had no appointments that whole month. So we had to go to a 4 month appointment for her. Well, I found a dietitian who is a weight loss surgery patient herself, so that makes it even better. And she is in the state under mine, but she does her visits. She does in person in her office. Then she also does telehealth calls, basically. And I think she's very affordable. So I've had a couple of consultations with her, and her plan and thinking is pretty much the same as the plan with my surgeon, but her having the personal experience of being a bariatric patient, and I know I talked to her, my very only episode of dumping that I've had was very early on. Wasn't quite sure if that's what it was. When I explained it to her, she immediately said, "Oh, I've been there." And that means a lot to have somebody who has actually been there. So I have a visit coming up with her on Friday. I'm really looking forward to her feedback. One big thing that happened this week, I went to my first post op hockey game. My husband and I have quarter season tickets, so we typically go to a couple of games a month. In the liquid diet period pre op, and then in my post op period, I have traded in my tickets for other future dates, just because I didn't think it was a good place for me to with not being able to eat anything while I was there. I just thought it would be too hard, so I've just been avoiding it. Well, with me being able to tolerate more foods, I felt like I was up to it. So we went on Saturday. Insert here a picture of what I ate. There's a really good taco concession stand. They have tacos and burritos and taco salads, and they have a kids plate, and it is a soft shell taco with chips and queso. So I got that. I gave the chips and queso to my husband, and I had them put the fixings of the taco outside of the shell. And it was shredded pork and lettuce and pico and sour cream and salsa and a little cheese. I ate that. I wasn't able to eat it all, but it was so good to be able to feel like you're, for lack of a better word, back in the life of the living. We go through this, and we do it so we can enjoy life. And I feel like I'm more and more able to do that. Out of a self loving behavior, I really limited in that post op period and in my pre op period for the immediate month or so the things that I used to enjoy, like going out with friends, like dining out. And I'm beginning to be able to do that again. I look at the menu ahead of time, I make choices, I partition off what I think I can eat and take the rest home. But pretty much everywhere now has something that I can eat. And it's not about the food. It's about the getting out and interacting and spending time with your friends and family. So I'm able to do that again, and that's just great. So, really nothing new coming up the next week. I am going to continue what I'm doing. I have, like I said, the visit with the dietitian Friday. Going to keep doing my yoga, maybe work up to a little bit longer. See what she has to say on Friday, any suggestions that she's got, and just continue enjoying life and hopefully continue to see that scale moving a little bit. I know that there's going to be bumps in the road. I know there's going to be weeks that I don't lose, but darn, it makes you feel good when you do. So, anyway, I'd love to hear about your experiences. Feel free to comment below. As I say every week, I'm not an expert in bariatric surgery or weight loss. I'm just a patient, just like everybody else. But if there's anything that I can answer, feel free to ask. And I hope everybody has a great week and plan on doing this next week. Thank you. Bye bye.